How do you see this one playing out? What do you think the keys are for the Browns to beat the Texans?
First, I think it's interesting to see if Jedrick Wills is able to go, because I know he was listed as questionable on the injury report, and the injuries are unfortunately starting to mount. At least it is early in the season, but it's still starting to mount for the Cleveland Browns as they're still trying to establish an identity in 2021. But for the Cleveland Browns this week to have success and to get to 1-1, to take care of business at home in front of such a big crowd, it's going to be holding on to the football. You can't have those crucial fumbles or botched snaps or interceptions by Baker Mayfield. Again, a defense that likes to turn you over. Lovie Smith is going to kind of sit back in passing situations and force Baker to make those plays that we know he can make, but it's going to force it every single time. Baker's going to have to be patient, as he has been. And if you establish the run game still, even if there's moving parts on that offensive line, if you are still able to find a way, all the talk the Houston Texans are doing about our run game, if you are able to still establish the run that makes this offense the potent offense we saw last week in the first half, because then it's so hard. You get your eyes caught in the backfield against the running backs, Baker's going to hit you over the top or hit you for a big play with one of his playmakers. So don't turn the ball over and continue to establish dominance along the offensive line and see if you can build on some of that late game success with your defensive line as well.
I think the other thing is I think if the Browns get out to an early lead and put a couple scores on the board early, then all of a sudden you get the Texans kind of going, man, are we as good as we played in week one, or is this just, is this a mismatch? And I think that's going to be a key. Taking care of the ball, absolutely. Get out to a lead early and then just let the crowd start going crazy and have some fun.
That's what I was just about to say. You get that crowd going. They're already going to be crazy at the start, and once kickoff happens, but you keep them going, you get them to a whole nother level. It is going to be, they are relentless in that stadium and is going to make life very, very difficult for the Houston Texans in that regard.
There's about 30 years of pent-up frustration for Browns fans that they want to let out on Sunday. Kevin